Yo, what's goody? It's your boy Johnny 2x4. You already know who we waiting for. We're waiting for my homeboy Double A so we can start this podcast. Yo, what's good? But as always, yo, thank you everybody for pulling up to the stream, pulling up and just showing up, showing the love, whatever. So give me 1 second, getting situated, but we'll be right back at it. Give me, if I could. Excuse me. I invited him. Boom. 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 There we go. Thank you. Hopefully we can add my boy. Come on now. We show. Let's go. Let's go. What's good, my boy?
Yo, drop your camera just slightly. That's all I'm saying. It's just the head. All I see is your head.
You said all you see is my head, bro?
Yes, sir. Now, all right, now just sit back and you're good.
We clean?
Yeah.
We good? We ready? All right. Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? What's good with it? Yo, it's your boy Johnny 2x4. I'm here. My man's Double A.
What up? How y'all doing?
Yo, we back at it with the Cul-de-sac Speaks. I think this is episode 4, if I'm not mistaken. But yo,
Yes,
you already know we ain't
Yes, sir.
finished from last week. You already know. So yo, my boy Double A wants to. Yeah,
we ain't finished some shit from last week. If y'all been tuning in, if y'all haven't caught, first of all, I'm gonna start with if y'all haven't caught any of the podcasts lately, I have podcast episode 1 and 3 on YouTube. I will post the link after we finish all this in the comments on my YouTube. We'll finish all that. We've been posting them on YouTube. They will be there. If you want to just check out the page, they're there as well. You can watch them there. But if you want to watch a full video, they're all on YouTube. And then we'll be picking up from last week, starting off with Johnny. Do you believe in the use of Ouija boards? You believe that shit works? Because I know. But let's tell the fans how you feel. Tell them how you feel about Ouija boards, because we on the same page.
You want the truthful, honest answer about how I feel about Ouija boards.
Tell them, bro.
Yo, get them shits away from me, to be honest, because I really believe in them shits as power. I'm not even going to cap. Like, bro. that is something I'm not even gonna lie, that's something I've honestly did wonder about in my lifetime, but I would prefer to not know the true answer if I were to try to, mess around with it too deeply. Like, if that makes sense. But yes, I know the energy exists. I know the presences exist, but I don't, I guess I'm not ready to the possibility of communicating to the presences, like in that form, if that makes sense.
I mean, but you believe in mediums though, right?
Like, yes, I believe in mediumship. So I believe in all of that, yes.
Okay, so now I have one question. If you could do it, you know for sure it won't follow you, it's not going to be attached, would you do it to find out? That's all I'm saying.
If I knew for sure, no matter what I did, there's no negative to what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Then maybe. Then that's a high yes. That's a high yes.
Okay.
But as of this moment, there's so many different possibilities, and there's so many different experiences that I've felt in my lifetime that would lead me towards the answer of no at the very moment. You know what I mean?
No, I get it.
If there was consequences behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
for sure.
But
for real.
Like, what about you, honestly? Because I know you knew my answer. Let me hear what you honestly got to say about Ouija boards.
So there's like, you see those videos go around where like, oh, they're doing it in a whole big ass party sense and shit, and then you find out later people was fucking with the board.
Yeah.
I still don't have a full belief that they work, but my belief with how spirits are, I believe they work, and mishandled, they open up. I generally don't think we're supposed to touch the board when we talk to the spirit, if you ask me.
So you
I
don't think you physically don't think we're actually supposed to put our hands on the board at all in any way?
I get it, but like if you think about it, like what do we know about ghosts? There's like different level of how strong they are. A
Yes.
normal ghost that can talk is like dead ass just they're not gonna be able to move shit. They like that's
Yes.
what I'm saying. How can they possess you if they like if they're already communicating within the board, they should be able to move that piece without using you. If they're using you, that's possession,
Yeah, and I'm
is
gonna
it not?
say that's a form of possession. That's a definite perform. That's why I steer clear from that because you already. That
Like
was a better way to say
I
it.
don't know if I'm correct or not, but like in my eyes, like it really dead ass. Like if you're touching the pieces, it seems like someone's either moving it or y'all really trying to get possessed. Like don't touch. I think don't touch the board. Do it the same way you would be around the circle, be the pentagram, the 5 candles, and then talk
Yep.
to it. If they're strong enough to move that piece, they're strong enough to move it without you touching it. 100% honest with you.
So you're saying yes, because yes, I know we both believe in it. You're saying you, the strong reason for you're against it is because you don't like the possession ship in the middle of it. Because
Bro,
you're like, why can't it just use the energy into the piece itself? Why does it have to use your body as the medium to come into this world? Like,
and then someone's gonna tell me like, oh, it grounds the piece to the earth that the ghost is grounded to, or something along the lines of
yeah,
something that'll say like, oh, you have to touch the piece. But
yeah.
like, if the ghost or spirit or soul is strong enough to communicate, it should be strong enough to communicate itself. If it's
Do,
possessing, I think it's on some sort of level evil. So then it becomes a demonic presence.
yeah.
If you're asking me, that's why I don't fuck with it. That's 100% why. And if someone could tell me otherwise, like and prove to me otherwise, I
Yeah,
might change my mind. But like 100% honest with you,
yeah.
it's literally because when you break it down, it literally seems like there's possession involved.
So, with the possession in place, okay, do you feel like when you become a medium for something like that, right? Do you feel like they implant something within you, like even if they're evil or not? Do you feel like something within you was lost or something was like planted within inside you? Like, what do you
I
feel like, honestly?
I'll give you. It's kind of cliche, but I do believe they feed off of the bad or the negative hate that you're giving off. Oh, that little like, oh, I
Yeah,
hate, I hate this about myself. It eats at that.
yeah, because we even got a comment going on from one of the Plankgang members right now
Okay,
saying
okay.
wait 1 second. Tamika Hill, if you're not familiar with spirits, you shouldn't touch anything because you won't know what spirit you conjure up. Yep. And
Yep, see that's what I'm saying.
and then you get all presence from the board is evil. Oh, see,
See,
oh,
see, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. Thank you for telling us that. See, I ain't touching another board. I ain't touching another board. Never in my life. Never in my life will I touch another board. 100% honest with you. Never in my life will I touch another board. Thank you for telling us. 100%.
thank
Appreciate it.
thank you so much. Oh my
Appreciate it
God,
so much.
yo, your face.
Bruh.
Oh,
Uh-uh. Yeah,
because I'm
no, bro.
definitely was
See,
like, oh, I did not know all of it was. I thought there was some sort of possibilities in there, but all right, all right.
that's just,
Because
nah,
yes,
bro.
I was not thinking about it too. Like for the spirit to be strong enough to contact us, like a lot of the spirits aren't really that strong. Like a lot of the presences we feel around us, you know what I mean? So like a lot of the stronger presences are more like I guess more demon entities, more stuff with more grasp on the spiritual realm, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like that actually kind of like I guess made me more awoken to that. Like I was like, wait, I didn't really think about it that way. Like I was like, yeah, if they can speak to me, they're strong. You know what I mean? Like, they're strong. If they can
They
speak
already
for me,
reach another
they're
level
strong, bro.
of
Like,
what
that
the
is
spirit
crazy.
is. Like they can't, like they become so much stronger once you know they can contact you.
Yeah.
And that's what people don't realize. If a ghost is physically touching you or being able to harm you or
Yeah.
anything, but that's not like, oh, you just saw a ghost walk by. Like that's different. Like there's different levels. Like, bro, it's like it's and honestly, it's like I you have to do your own research and how you feel, like, because some people
Yes,
don't
sir.
really believe, and that's dead ass where it comes from. So, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how to get people to believe whether or not ghosts are
Like,
real.
we,
That's
because we got more, like, we got my man Jamaica here. He said, facts, my mom had a hex on her when I was younger. See, like, like you get
damn,
a lot
bro.
of, like, personal experience like that. Like, people, like, I even have my own, like, which we explained in the last podcast, like, where we, like, I felt presences behind me. I felt myself get dragged down the stairs. Like, I felt a lot of things
Mm-hmm.
that was able to interact with me personally. You know what I mean? And now that I've, like, become more into meditation, become more into, like, I guess, more into awakening my spiritual center and stuff like that, my spiritual mind. I've been, I guess, noticing more and more of the presences around me, good or bad, regardless of it.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, it's cool. Yes, it's awesome. But yes, it also makes me like, because it's unexplored. You know what I mean? It's unexplored for me as of this moment, so I don't know what to expect. So I hope all the stuff that I feel good energy from is for my best interest. That's what I hope. Because I hope I'm not, that's what I hope that I do. Like everything I tap into spiritually about myself, I hope everything is like for the positive side.
I'll
That I'm
tell
feeling the
you,
right energies all the time, if that makes sense.
as a friend, I hope everything is positive for you, but as being real as your friend is, you know some of that shit's gonna be a test. You're gonna deal with some shit that's not always positive, and that's just gotta that that side of that spirits, even though it might not be like how we're talking with spirits, like that shit,
Yeah,
you gotta keep your head high walking through the
yeah,
like the I guess I call it like my fog when I'm starting to feel low. Like you gotta keep your head high when you walk through that.
yeah,
Even though
yeah,
you
for
can't
sure.
see, like you might be feeling negative and shit, but you can't see, you gotta like keep moving forward, you know?
Because a lot of those, like you said, like a lot of people get off track. Like we said last podcast about off track by following the or trying to force themselves to follow the energies. Follow. What's a better way to say it? I guess they put interpretations to energies they don't understand yet, if that makes sense. And by
Mm,
them walking, I guess feeling unsure about it, a lot of people avoid their natural path. You know what I mean? Like we were talking about a little bit.
comfortability over like what you want
Yeah,
is
over
the big thing. A
unfamiliarity.
big thing is what I have come with meeting people. They don't want to go into the uncomfortable.
Yep. They never do. They never want to go into the uncomfortable. They never want to go into the unknown because obviously, it's there's a lot that comes with it. Like there's a lot of things in life that you're supposed to experience. There's like a lot of like ups. There's a lot of downs. There's a ton of downs. There's a ton of ups, but so many broad emotions, like a broad range of emotions that you are supposed to feel. That's supposed to build you during your lifetime. There's a journey you're supposed to, take.
That's
And
where I'm at.
yes,
Actually realizing it's a journey, you know, like
yep,
actually taking a second, like taking a moment and
yep,
smell the roses. Like actually sit there and like, oh, so I had this quote the other day that I heard. You
yeah.
can't you can't change the past and you can't change the future because it hasn't happened yet. And you can't change the
You can't change the
past
past, so you can't change the
because it's
future.
already happened, yeah. But you can
Okay.
change the moment you're in to
Oh,
help the
okay.
future.
I get it. I get it. I see. So you can change the moment you're in. You can change how you view the situation. You can change
Yes,
how you
yes. I
perceive
paraphrased the
what's
quote.
going on around you,
I
kind of
did
thing.
butcher the quote, but yes, that's how I took it. Like basically, like what you're putting forth, you can't do anything about the past. Apologize about it, learn from
Yeah.
it, and you
Yep.
can't change the future because it hasn't happened yet. But you can change what happens in the moment to help
Yeah.
your future. That's
Yeah.
what you need to do. Is
Yeah.
like change your moment,
Yep.
change your single moment you're in right now in this second, and then it helps you for the next to the future. That's because you can't change anything coming to you. You know, you got to
No.
take it on the chin. You got to plan for it, or you got to just celebrate in it, live it, and then keep moving forward when you come down. Like it's all a matter of like, all right, let's just keep moving. You know.
So I do got a question for you. While we're on that topic, how are we going forward with that? So,
Okay.
what are some of the tools for you in your everyday life that you use to keep yourself on this path, that you keep yourself motivated, mentally, I guess, prepared for the day, mentally prepared to basically follow your path, to follow your dreams? What do you do day to day?
So I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little weak on it. I don't do a
It's
lot
all, it's all good.
in the
It's all
morning.
good.
I'm starting to, and as my fiance can attest to, my mornings. I'm not a morning person, so
Yeah,
I'm trying to
I can
become.
attest to that too. I can attest
So,
to that.
so like y'all know, I don't do mornings, bro. I'd rather get up right around like 10 o'clock and go on to get up, like going about life. But like I don't get up easy. So like in the mornings, the days I do get up easier, the
Yeah.
things I tell myself, like in the days I do actually like can get up and function and shit without
Hmm.
having problems with whether I'm waking up groggy or whatever I'm doing.
Hmm.
It's like I tell myself I like literally just focus to like actually move. It's just like tell myself, all right, we're up. Let's take it one step at a time. Basically, that's all it is.
Yeah.
It's like as soon as I'm up, it's like if I can get up and sit up, it's like all right, we took step one. That's my morning. Like my mornings are very slow because I'm not a morning person. So like that's
Yeah,
why those
but
are
you're
very
basically adding elements one, like you said, one step at a time to basically
yeah
build upon your
yeah
motivation, your drive for the morning, and that's a big change in
mm-hmm,
itself. Like you said, that's a big
yeah
change for you, especially somebody who's woken up and you never been a morning person, no matter what you've done, even in school, like no
yeah
matter
bro.
what you've done.
I'm sleeping in band, y'all. I used to
Yeah,
sleep first period band, and it's impressive to be able to do. Don't get me wrong,
yes.
but like I
Like even with the
wouldn't
music playing, my boy over there is slow.
on the music stand. I'm not fucking with y'all. I used to sleep in a bunch of classes, and teachers, they know, they know. I'm sorry to all y'all teachers I used to sleep in.
There you go.
Yeah. So,
Yo, shout out to everybody who held us down when we went to school. Shout
oh
out,
yeah,
shout
yeah,
out.
for real. Shout out to the big high school. You know what I'm saying out there.
Yeah,
We
for
live in
real,
it.
bro.
We live in it, y'all. I'm sorry for the teachers I slept through. You know.
Oh, snap. But I guess I can go along with my motivations. I guess you know what I mean. Because there's a lot of things I do. I'm not saying I'm great. I'm not saying nothing like that. I'm
No,
weak too.
bro, that's what it is. You gotta take steps.
I know.
I'm telling you, look at my
I'm weak
mornings.
too.
I'll
I'm
tell you
weak
more
too.
about my day, like how I do other things, but like my mornings are slow. Let me hear yours. Let's hear it.
Yeah. So I'm weak too, but I'm making myself stronger day by day. Like I'm getting myself more positive, more mentally focused on my meditation, my spiritual center, everything day by day. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because each day I want to be better than I was the last day. I try to at least make one step, even if it's not the biggest step, even if it's like a millimeter. I want to make some sort of improvement. I strive for that. You know what I mean? I strive to make
One
myself truly
foot
happy.
in
I
front
strive
of
to
the other,
give
bro.
myself that fulfillment in my life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, but like day to day, I do wake up. And usually, a lot of times, after I truly get up, I can jump up. I can like boom, jump up. I spark with energy. Like I'm like shine with energy immediately. A lot of the times, but I like to take that energy, especially when I just get it. I like to take it and go right into a meditation. So I like to go on my porch, or to go outside and go to the park or something like that, or go for a walk, or I love to just be outside and just get the like I guess the nice. I like to come to my center in the morning. I like to just think about my day, like to just
I
release
gotta
my
do
thoughts,
that.
release my stresses, and just get ready for my day mentally. Like at least 30 minutes. I try that. At least 30 minutes.
I got to do
But like that
that.
self-care in itself has done wonders for me day to day. Like has done so much improvements on my life. Like so much of like I've never woken up so motivated to do stuff like that early. Like, bro, I'm not a morning person early. Like, you know me, I stay up till like 4 in the morning. And I sleep in. You know what I mean? I usually sleep in. So me being up at like 7 in the morning, me being up like mad early or like 5 in the morning, especially when I meditate normally before like a shift or something, like I'll get up, boom, meditate for a little while, and then like that changes my whole mood and outlook for the entire day. It's so it's so like tremendous how much it actually impacts me as a person. So besides that, I also like go through the day thinking like I try to problem solve like my not too in depthly, but like every scenario I'm presented with, like I try to live in the present with. So like I try to think about my feelings first in every situation I go through throughout the day too. Like I really try to go through the all right, how do I feel? How do I want to react? Like I really try to break down how I'm truly taking in the situation, taking in what's going on around me. You know what I mean? I really try to take a moment and absorb that. So that's something that's important
I
to
gotta
me
do
because
that more often.
yep. Because like back in the day when I was growing up, like you see this energy. Everybody in the Plankgang see this energy when I stream. Everybody, shout out to everybody that watch it.
This man
But
would sleep over at my house, bruh, and eat and stay up to like 4 a.m. and then fall asleep and then get up with us at like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning and go do a whole bunch of shit. Like for
I'm not
what?
gonna lie.
For
The one
what?
day I woke up like Stan Smith off of American Dad, and I said, "Good morning, USA," and I think you hit me with a pillow. I'm not even gonna try. You hit me
Bro,
with the fucking pillow, dog.
I might remember that. You gotta give
Because
me some
I think I
props for
jumped
that
up and
shit.
you was like, "Yo, it's too early for all that shit, right?" I think you just hit me with a fucking pillow.
But I remember all the other shit we was doing, everything we did at fucking camp, all that.
Yep,
Bro,
yep, yep. So
another
like a
time.
lot of those situations, like day to day, I like to like not even if it's not a bad situation, it doesn't always have to be something bad about my life I'm trying to fix. You know what I mean? Sometimes I
Nah,
look
but
back
that's
on
the
good
best part.
experiences.
Yes,
Yep,
break down the good parts and
yep,
try to do it over. Try
yep.
to do what you did in the good parts over and
Yeah.
over.
See, you already knew where I was going with it. Like the good parts
Yes,
too, like breaking
yes.
down how cause like you get certain feelings of happiness, certain feelings of like
You gotta
joy,
live in that. You
and
gotta live in that.
and
And a lot of people
you
just
don't.
experience it and
Yeah.
move
Because a
on.
lot
They
of times
don't
you
try
just
to like.
experience it, you don't live in it because you never have those same experiences again, and you don't realize it until you really think about it. You really don't realize it because you're like, yo, I've never felt it. Like, yes, you might have gotten that happy again, but not in that same way, not in that same
Right.
sense of how you experience that emotion. You know what I mean? And it's like it's such a wonderful feeling, such a deep feeling to like know that about yourself, like to really go through those emotions of like, wow, I didn't realize I felt this way, or like I didn't realize I took it in such a way that affected the whole situation entirely. Like I might have made
Mm,
something
I've had a
like
lot
you
of
said,
epiphanies
you're
like that.
you're
I've
not a
had a
good person
lot
on
of
gifts.
epiphanies.
You're not a good person when receiving a gift. Like somebody can get you a pair of $5
Yeah.
headphones, and you'll be sitting there like, yo, like I really appreciate you took
But
the time,
I
but you
can't
can't
show
really
that in the moment.
express that. Like,
Yes,
but then
it's
you get
very
those type
hard.
of moments where you
Yeah.
express those joys, where you get those joys, and you're like, wow, during that moment, I didn't really couldn't say nothing, but like I felt such a happiness from this little like nothing even crazy.
Yeah.
Like I'm over here like yo, I'm over here smiling and shit. I can't get the words out maybe, but like the emotion I felt was so intense, and I remember it for like a lifetime. You know
Yes,
what I mean? You
bro.
remember it for a lifetime, and it sticks with you. It sticks with you, bro.
Like
And then
my biggest thing is like I might not be able to like for a gift and shit show it in the moment, but like I tell everybody. Like
yeah,
yo, this shit, I got it displayed on my desk. You know what I'm saying? The shit you
yeah.
got me, I got it displayed on my desk.
Appreciate that, dude. I appreciate that. That drink. Like
Uh,
I was making sure I was like, my boy, I got you.
I
But
got
keep
some
going, my
shit.
boy.
I got you. No, you good. I got you. I got your shirt hung up in in the closet. Like I
Yeah,
still wear that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like I appreciate all that.
appreciate that.
I wear that all the time. Like shit like that all the
Yeah,
time. Like Daz's hoodies, I still wear those. The t-shirts, I still wear all them shits. I wear everybody's shit, bro. Even though I'm down here, I wear everybody's shit. You know?
yeah.
You send me some shit, you give me some shit, I'm still gonna wear it. I wear that shit all the time,
You
bro.
do,
Like
yeah.
I'd
You
rather
always
be
be
the
wearing that shit. You always.
it's hard because like in the moment I don't know how to feel, but like experiencing it and now knowing like I'm getting better with it, and it's like not really knowing where your emotions are is it was the biggest problem for me. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
go too into depth in it, and get
Yeah.
too personal. But like a lot of it came from like not knowing what each emotion was and just basically bundling it all together. So like I
Yeah.
never like
Yeah.
could very much, oh, I felt sad, but then oh, I'm angry because I don't know where it's coming from.
Yeah.
I felt happy. Oh, it was ruined, but I don't know where. I'm upset. I'm mad. Every time, everything led back to anger. So it's like everything became bundled up into one emotion. Basically, it's like, oh,
Instead
but
of
it's
like
not.
separate
Yes,
experiences.
it's like, oh, I can't experience joy without experiencing sadness. I can't experiencing being happy without experiencing being like, oh, having passive aggressiveness and being like thinking there's hate here and I'm like happy, you know,
Yeah.
like not understanding what's going on, you know. It's like I never, as a kid, you don't understand it. As you grow up and to see where I'm at now, like meditating, being spiritually aware.
Yeah.
Like I started reading a book. I gotta get back to reading it. I won't lie, I haven't read it in a minute, but
Hmm.
it's like it's about frequencies and how like that's how the world is like you have to be on a higher vibration or a higher frequency. And
Yeah.
that's like the good times. I was explaining it to you the other day. Like how you have the good times and you have the bad, but like you can't necessarily have neither and go in a straight line. Like I watched
No.
a video and some dude explained like if you it's like your heartbeat basically. Your heartbeat can't be a flat line. You'll be you'll be dead. You know? You'll have no emotion. You'll have
Yeah,
you'll in the same
that was a good comparison. That was a good one.
in the
You
same
got me.
emotions, you in the same sense, you'll have no emotions, you know? Like,
Yeah.
oh, you no experiences, oh, you never roller coaster and feel that excitement or feel how happy you can get or experience heartbreak, no matter how hard it is, like experience it. I'm sorry.
Yep.
If you've never experienced heartbreak, I'm happy for you. But if you have,
It's
you've grown stronger.
it's
You
something
know,
strong.
you know how loneliness feels then, you know where you can build yourself up and then you can
I,
survive being lonely.
I,
It's like you learned a skill,
I,
like
I
it's
I actually got a quote for you
okay.
from South Park. From South Park. My boy Stan got broken up with his girl Wendy, and he was going on a rant. You know, he would join the goth kids in the school. He joined. You know, he was going through a depression. Not gonna lie, he was going through it. Butters had the similar situation from a girl at like a Hooters bar for kids, and the girl basically, you know, obviously was using it for money as he was pulling up, and he thought he had a girlfriend, but she broke it to him at the end of the episode. And she broke his heart. You know what I mean? So Stan goes to Butters and is like, Butters, you know, you want to join us? And Butters like, I don't want to join you guys. He's like, because I was able to feel so sad, I was also able to feel so
So
happy.
happy.
Yo,
You
so
can't
because
feel happiness
he was
without
like, I was meant to feel these
sadness.
emotions. Like he
Yes,
said some real ass shit. I was like, you
yes.
right?
Oh my
He was like, nah, because
God.
now that I know,
And
you
that
know, I
is
can feel the
so
down,
hard.
but there's also some good times. You know, there's also some good, and there's also other
Mm-hmm.
emotions that I felt within it. Yes, I'm hurting,
Yes.
but it was good to feel those emotions. You know what I mean? It was good to branch out into discovering more about yourself. You know what I mean? It makes you more curious about your, you know, your actual self
Yes.
and your emotions and where how
Yes.
deep they lie for you, kind of
Yes.
thing. It is like
There
crazy.
there can't be darkness without
Yep.
light. There can't be light without darkness. It's like you have to experience both in order to know how good the other is, to know how bad the other is. You
Yeah,
can't
because they're gonna be like this,
the
bro.
yin and yang, bro. You gotta know how it is full circle. I'm sorry. If like and it's devastating to say like, oh, everyone has to experience heartbreak. And you will
Yeah.
in your lifetime. I'm sorry if you have not yet. And like whoever's watching, like I'm sorry if you have. Like
Yeah.
you know the how it feels.
Yeah.
Like it's very much like now you know, but then you know where then it's like, oh, now the grass is greener when you're happy and you try to maintain your happiness. But
Yeah.
then like there's always other triggers or always other challenges that you have to try to now fight. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yes,
like
sir.
once you figure all that out, and that was a big thing for me. I'm still learning that today. Like I'm still learning that today. Like when sadness or hard times fall, like you have to like if you can still keep a positive mind through it, it makes it easier, and it
Yeah.
does become harder. Like and like even like a couple times, like it just becomes a time like I do fall to it. I do fall, you know, like everybody else.
Yeah,
It is hard. It is
you're
hard to
normal. You're a
maintain.
human being.
I'm hoping. I'm hoping. I'm not trying to put a time limit, but like I'm hoping between now and my 30s and 40s, I'll have it down to where like through a hard time I can maintain and still live in happiness through it. You know, because
Even,
like
bro,
I can't take some things with a grain of salt. It's hard. It's hard sometimes, and you know it. There's some
I
shit,
got.
but like, it's like
I'll,
at some, at the end of the day, I do fall to it, and like I know it. But like, it's like sometimes you just fall
but
short.
but it's all
Fall
right. I'm
short
going.
in trying to get out of it. Like I do event. It's all eventually out of it, full circle. But it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's like it is hard sometimes.
yeah. Because I was gonna say you specifically, like no matter what you, yes, you had your moments. I'm not gonna get specific, whatever. Yes, you had your you know your life moments too. But the way you went about them in such a deep, like accountable way. Like yes, you were like, all right, this is happening because of such and such, and I was a part of this. Like you took responsibility in a lot of stuff, you know, that you've done, and a lot of people don't even make it to that step.
Afterwards, though, yeah,
But
no, I
yeah, I
know.
know. That's what
I
I'm
get
saying.
it.
But even
I get
even the
it.
afterwards, a lot of people don't even make it to that step. You know, a lot of people just take
I
that
get
and just
it.
move on and
I
just
get it.
move on with their life and don't fix, like you said, don't fix nothing about themselves or don't even think about it. They're like,
I get it.
that was not even like a relationship standpoint, or it could be anything. You know what I mean? Or that was dumb, that was toxic. Forget it or whatever. A lot of people just leave things in the past about what happened or what happened, how they felt about something, and then it carries with them because they do the similar pattern over and over. With
They're not
and
ready to face their demons. That's that point. I have been ready to face my demons my whole life, but like you can get into that if you believe in astrology. That's because like as an Aquarius, as you and I are, we have been spiritual from the beginning. Like you, we know that there's other things out there that happen as even as kids. No matter how we walk the world, like we
yeah,
knew like, oh, A ain't always A. A could lead to C sometimes, but like you don't know why. You know what I'm saying? And as fucked up as that sounds, Mr. Passmore, our teacher, told us, like he goes, okay, let's say 1 equals 2. He showed us one day, like 1 can equal 2 in some fucked up ass manner. He showed us 1 can equal 2. And it works. I'm telling you, bro. There's some shit in this world. It's like if you believe in astrology and shit, like we knew from the beginning that it's like, oh, shit ain't always black and white. I'm telling you,
yeah.
bro. You gotta know, shit ain't always black and white. That's where I'm
It's
at.
it's never black and white, bro. You right. It's never black and white. It's always you might gotta go east, west, north, south, southwest. You might gotta go in some crazy different directions in your life, whatever path you take in, whatever's going on. But you should like you said, you gotta walk it. You gotta walk whatever is there. You can't hide away from it because
Exactly.
the more you stay away from it,
Exactly.
the more you stay away from it, the more you stay away from what you were truly meant to be doing, what you were truly meant to be and experience. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of things that a lot of people just hold themselves back from not following their own path. You know, they live very. Some people are comfortable. You know, some people got their own livelihood. You know what I mean? But some people live very reserved lives. You know what I mean? That at the end of it they have regrets because they're like, I should have did so much more. I should have did this, but I stopped myself because I didn't want to follow this path or I
But
didn't want to take this route. Or
here's my thing with that. That's a very big thing. Like,
there's a
okay,
lot.
so I don't wanna touch too much into like religion or what you believe in.
Yeah, because I was about to say I didn't. Yeah,
But
you
like
go.
but like that's like a thing of if you're living that life, that path, shouldn't you firmly believe you live that path and have no regrets living that
Yeah,
path?
yeah. So some people are like you
You
said, some people
see,
get to that point.
you see what I'm saying? Like, so if you walked that path and lived that path firmly, and that's how you live, shouldn't you have no regrets? If you have regrets, you should have stepped outside of that line. That's
Yep,
where I'm at. That's where
yep.
I'm at.
Because yeah, if you have regrets, you definitely should have stepped out of that line. Because that means you didn't walk the path you were supposed to. You felt like you were supposed to walk. Your body was supposed to walk. You've avoided.
Exactly.
Like even if some of the stuff you avoided was
Exactly.
good, you took a different route that didn't it didn't match up with your inner meaning was supposed to be. You know what I mean? What your inner workings was supposed to be. And I was like,
you always gotta learn,
that's
bro.
deep in itself.
You
Yeah,
always gotta
Jesus,
learn.
that's deep.
You follow one path and find another. I've been confirmed under the church, but I don't believe in following under the church anymore. I believe in a more spiritual path. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like everyone has their own paths of how they want to walk the world. If you believe that, I have no regrets. You know, I have
Yeah.
I have nothing against what you believe, and I have nothing against me. What if hopefully you have nothing against what I believe, because I'm
No.
going to still believe,
Don't worry,
no
bro. I
matter
got
how
nothing
you.
against people.
Yeah. Well, it's
Even though I'm right, I'm kidding.
okay. All right. But like, you know what I'm saying? It's like at some point, it's like if the unity comes from, in layman's terms, minding your damn business at some point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
In that sense. But like, if they all walk the same way. Like, if you believe in walking that way, follow it and live in the moment still. Like, oh, you have happiness. Live in your happiness in those terms. Live in your happiness and however you feel this way. You know, however you walk, live in your happiness still. It all follows the same path. It's like, oh, don't go to your grave regretting some shit. Regrets happen, and to tie it back, like that's how you get spirits. So like try not to create yourself as a spirit. Don't lock yourself to a world where you can move on, reincarnate, or even
Yep.
live out your life in another world. You know, like it's all dependent on how you want to live. Follow the path and live full heartedly. That's where I live with that, living with regrets.
And that's something that also like the basically like tag along to what we were talking about to begin with. That's something that also keeps me motivated, like that I think about like day to day. Like I'm supposed to be experiencing these things. I'm supposed to feel these things. I don't want to live a life where I'm at the end of it sitting like, yo, even good or bad, I should have took so and so route. I should have thought about this, or maybe just things that I maybe would have sat there and thought about. Like, yo, is there stuff I didn't experience? I don't want to sit there and just like have those thoughts. You know what I mean? Like, I want to sit there and be like, yo, I had an amazing, and I'm proud of it now. I'm blessed for the life I have, and I still feel like I have an amazing life. Like, not saying nothing like that, but I want to always live that same path where at the end of it, I want to sit there and be like, yo, I live an amazing joint, no regrets. You know, I left my legacy, left my path, and I live my good life. You know what I mean? That's what I want to
Okay,
sit down and say.
I feel you.
No matter
I can
if I
respect
was
that.
rich or poor, if I lived the life if wanted to live, if I lived the route that I wanted to live, that I was meant to live, I'm gonna be happy with it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day.
I feel you. I'm. I guess as long as I can get onto my at least one of my goals, my regrets are happy. I already have a family. I have no regrets there. I have a beautiful family. I have no regrets. We're growing. I do it all, everything all over again. Like if you ask me to, like there's no problem with it. I'm just on now advancing my career goals.
Yep.
Um, so there are some sacrifices made on both sides. So like that is in itself also a part of being like where do I move forward? What am I sacrificing? Time with family, time with my
Yeah.
career, and then that keeps me motivated. That does keep me like, oh, I want. At the end of the day, I want to do what I want. I still want to go on 3 vacations a year. You know,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
gonna need to travel. I want to be an artist. I want to be a producer. I want to be an engineer. You know, unless I can
Yes, sir.
find a studio, own my own studio, or get within a record label, or a studio around where I'm living now, or
Mm-hmm.
back in the hometown. I guess I just don't. I won't figure out where that takes me. But like at this point, I just want to do audio. You know, if I can get a job in audio, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm advancing
If you
to.
can get a job in audio, you feel fulfilled in that itself. Like honestly, you be that's like a goal for you just to be a part of something, making music, making just because you said your goal isn't even become a big time artist. You just want to make music that people feel and people like
And
listen to,
love,
like
yeah.
that's from the heart. You know what I mean? You want to make people envision the songs you actually present to them, kind of
I
thing.
want them
And
to
no
know,
matter what way it is.
like basically, they got a shoulder to lean on type shit. Like so, like
Yep.
you're not going through like basically a widespread version of like, oh, I'm me. I'm giving you the same thing. Like, I just want to be real as fuck. I fucked with the rappers who like don't like basically who don't like try to play to nothing. You know what I'm saying? They like they literally themselves. They keeping themselves real. They keeping themselves on top of shit. They
Yeah.
working a 9 to 5 to work the job. They made themselves big time. And all the rappers in the industry, same shit. Like I'm trying to keep like at the end of the day, I'm showing love to everybody. You know, I
Yes,
do
sir. See?
I have a song out on a mixtape. It's Free World Mixtape 4. It's out on all platforms. I will drop a link as well. Um, I'm still making music as well, you know, but music,
Yeah.
I want to make music for me, you know. If I become big off my music, it's my music. I'm always big, like I told you. My number one thing was like even like starting 5, 6 years ago now,
Yes.
like even talking with everybody. Like I was known, taught, shown royalties is the number one thing you need. Royalties, royalties, royalties. You
Because that's the big
know?
thing, like making money off of your songs while they're out chilling. Like after you get them out there, after they're out doing something, whatever it may be, just making money continuously off of that is so crucial for that. You know, for consistent income for
Getting money
a lot of
back
it.
and just owning it full out right. And then
Yeah,
like that
owning your songs,
to like
yes.
to me exclusively that feels like that's my song. Like everything about it is mine. I don't care what the fuck anybody tells me. Oh, your shit's trash. And who do you listen to? And I don't care. Like at the end of the day, look, there it goes. The amount of fucks I give. I don't give a fuck, you know? Like my music is my music. And that was hard at the beginning and it's still hard now. Like but like I'm starting to now write like I'm in my bag with my lyrics at this point.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
rewriting. I'm not rewriting shit, but I'm writing new shit that I haven't flowed like since I started, you know? I'm enjoying
Yep.
it. I'll write shit that I love, you know. Nobody's gonna tell me otherwise at this point. You feel me? So
I feel you.
like
I feel you.
moving forward, if I can keep my mind and everything focused, everything else falls in a line. It's like when I fall down in a piece or forget something, then it's like the cracks in the armor start to show and it falls apart a little. You know what I'm saying? So like
All right, that's a good metaphor. Yeah, I get that.
and like you gotta stay on top of it and like everybody can admit their faults but it's like do you do something after you admit it or like can you now change it in the moment like that's my biggest thing that's me now that's what I'm doing now like that's my
So,
biggest problem
thank you
now
for
is
saying that.
fixing things in the moment. I have
Thank
to
you for
try to
saying
like
that.
not say things or say things the way they're not supposed to be said. Like I can't catch myself in the moment doing certain things or saying certain things or being a certain way that like affects people I care about. And it like generally it frustrates me, it upsets me. Like I'll admit it, I cry over it, I get upset over it. But like I
That's
try
real.
to change it and I've changed it so much, but like I have not changed it enough to get change in the moment. And that's the issue. That's my biggest issue.
So,
Changing in the moment. Realizing it in the moment you're doing something and changing it.
all right, let's do this first, and then I'll let you know. Let's do this first, though.
We gotta take a hit. Me and
Yeah.
Deja.
Yo,
We
join us
ain't
in the
even
play
seen each
game if you
other.
chilling. Let's get it.
Smoke 'em if you got 'em. You know what I'm saying, y'all? Tap in, tap in. Alright, continue. What are you saying?
I just need this moment. You already know.
I'll cut this out, y'all. And you'll watch the episode on YouTube. You won't see the choking.
You good. You good. We chilling. We chilling. We vibing. Everybody out here. I was gonna say we're gonna post it. Yes, that's something we could bring up while we're already on it. We're gonna be posting this joint on YouTube, you know, Instagram. We're gonna be posting these joints everywhere, you know, after we do them live. You know what I mean? Try to link ourselves out there. Like, yo, my boy Double A, he about to link himself. Like, we're gonna try to put all of his links in the description below after it's fully posted.
We're gonna
So that
start
way you can
linking
follow my
everything.
boy on everything, all even his TikTok.
Everything will be out. Everything will be out on TikToks. We'll be out. We'll start adding all of it. You can then follow. Uh, enjoy all the content. Enjoy episodes. My music is out. I will send links to all that. Y'all can enjoy that as well. And other artists I'm working with. So enjoy and let's continue.
Yeah. So what I fuck with about like what you're talking about earlier, especially about the way you're talking about your music. That's what I want to talk about too. The way you're talking about the way you portray your music. You know, the way you hold on, like it's yours. Everything you
Yes.
put into the music is from your soul, and nothing's fabricated. And that's something I've always fucked with, especially about like you. That like does motivate me too. Because no matter what, yes, you take the criticism. Yes, you know, whatever somebody will say, you take it.
I
You know,
can't
you're not
always.
afraid of.
I will
Yeah,
admit I can't always
yeah,
take criticism about my music because I take it to heart. I like
yeah,
hold shit to heart all the time,
yeah,
so like it does hurt. So like that
yeah.
is that. So
But like,
criticism isn't always a big thing. But continue.
yeah,
Sorry.
but like that as an example, like the way you put that out there, you know, the way you strike your emotions and the way you want to portray yourself, you know what I mean? So I do understand the way you want to evolve. You say you wanted to catch yourself in the moment more often. So my version of that is I tend to catch myself only after I've made a mistake, if that makes sense. And like, but I can do it in the moment. Like I catch it, but I already made the mistake. But I can address it. But I don't want to. But I want to get to the point where I can stop that, if that makes sense. From initially even making that, no matter
Yes.
what it may have been, it might
Like,
have been
bro,
not even
you're
me
about
talking.
to
It might
do
have
it.
been anything. It might
Woo!
have been
Yeah,
any
you're not
type of
there yet.
scenario.
Exactly.
And I was like, damn, I should have thought about that or thought about the way I addressed this situation more. Or
Exactly.
maybe, like, because sometimes I don't think. And yeah, granted, you know, I'm human. You know, not all the time I have to watch my words, but not in a bad way. You know what I mean? But, like, it's just some things that you don't realize in the moment, especially when you got high emotions, like whether it be anger, sadness, anything. Especially when you have high emotion towards what you're trying to say, it's hard to still feel. Yes, you can feel what you say, but it's harder to not. I guess yeah, the better word is filter. It's harder to not filter. It's harder to say what you want to say in a way that's manageable for the situation that addresses the situation properly. Yes, because you might be mad, like you say, you might be in a moment where you're mad, per se, right? And somebody's trying to help you. That person could be trying to help you. You might be still mad. You're not mad at this person, but you went about it in such a way where you just made an imprint. I guess an imprint on this person. Like maybe they're like, "Yo, what's good, bro?" You're like, "Get the f out of here," whatever. Get the fuck out of here. You might be pissed, but
That
you're like,
shit
not
happens.
even at them. But certain times you're like, "Yo," then you're like, "Yo, bro, I didn't even mean it." But then you're like, "Why the fuck did I say that? You know, why did I say that to begin with? Instead of just like, "Yo, bro, just give me a second." You know what I mean? Like that's
I
the
have
thing
that
that I would like
exact
to.
problem. That is my exact
Because that's the
problem.
better way to say it. Like that's why I was like, so certain moments, like even if it's not in anger,
It's
that's a
not
that's like an
giving
easy
a second.
example.
Yes, I
That
understand.
but just like it's just like your emotions, like sometimes your emotions lead what you say too much instead of you feeling it first. Like you said, realizing you're feeling your emotions and then like realize it and
But
then come out.
wait, yes, yes, yes,
Not
yes, yes. Don't
not
act
feel
emotion.
come out.
Yes,
Not
yes.
feel come out. You gotta realize, you gotta feel,
Mm-hmm,
realize, come out. Not
mm-hmm,
just feel come out.
exactly,
So like that's crazy.
exactly, exactly. Like I told you, bro, that quote I told you, remember? I was like, think before you speak
Yeah,
before you act. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And like you can add to that, like feel before you think before you speak before you act, you know? Like it's
that's
just
it.
all like all the shit you just add into the all the like on top of it. Like just think consciously. And I'm not doing it in the moment enough. Like I can be
Yeah,
conscious as all hell, talk to you about whatever conspiracy theory you want. If y'all
yeah,
want to, hit me up. I'll text y'all. We can talk about whatever conspiracy theory y'all want. But back to what I'm saying. Like I can do that consciously, talk about whatever I want, the feelings I need, the feelings that it portray. I can give you great advice, talk about whatever feelings you need, and
yeah,
understand it. It's my feelings and the in the moment type of shit that I can't feel or understand in the moment is what I'm trying to learn right now.
Yes. So
That's
in
my big
the
thing.
moment is so crucial too, because that affects a lot of things. Like it, especially when it comes to triggers in all certain types of ways. When it comes to like triggers,
Yeah.
people tend to act on the emotion quick
And
instead
that's
of
what I'm fixing. My triggers. Like I get triggered for something and then I just act on my emotion. Or something's really upsetting me and I'm acting on something else about something else that has nothing to do with this.
yes.
I'll admit, like I said, I'm admitting my mistakes, but I'm not able to realize it in the moment, and that's my learning spot.
So that's your learning spot. That's you say that's your learning curve for yourself that you're trying to level up to the reach. You know, you go to reach it by you being aware as you are right now. You're gonna make some progress at that day by day. You know what I mean? Just by having that mindset, just by having that focused mindset on it. Because yes, you might mess up every now and then, like you say. You might just mess up even moving forward. But you're like, all right, I'm still gonna address it. I'm gonna make myself accountable to be more present during these situations so I don't let that happen like that. You know what I mean? So yes, I might have messed up again, but you know what I mean? I'm still trying, I'm still pushing to be better. You know, I'm not gonna be 100%. I'm gonna be 99. You know what I mean? Might be 99. Never gonna be 100 because 100 is tough. Not gonna lie, 100 is the toughest thing in the world for anybody, for anything.
If you
Being
can give,
100%.
but if you're giving 100% though, man, it's like, oh, give 110% type of shit. But like, can you really? Like, and you're saying
Yes, because that's truthfully a lot to give, and
you can always give
fold
everything. I will
themselves
tell you,
quickly.
you'll give 100% effort, but like your whole body is not 100%. You're not giving 100% of everything. I'll tell you, you'll be tired if you give 100%
Like,
of everything.
easy,
You'll be tired.
yeah. Like easy
Tired.
example is like a person trying to lose weight. You're over here saying you're on a diet. Yes, you're on a diet. Yes, man, you might have ate 1,200 calories. You thought about eating that bag of chips, right? You really thought about that bag of chips, and you might have ate one. Might have ate one. You might have been on your diet, but you ate one chip. You know what I mean? You see,
Ain't
you
no fucking chips, Sally. Ain't no fucking chips.
fucking chip. So even if you stayed, yes, it might have been. Yes, it's one chip. It's one cow. It might have been one cow. It might have been just one beefy ass
That's
chip.
100%.
But now
That's
it's
100%.
going like, damn, I just folded off of one fucking chip.
That's
Like dead
100%.
ass. Like over one chip. Like I folded on. You feel that on you. You know what I mean? Like wow. And it's like it hits you like how easily people motivation is like wavered. You know what I mean? Motivation could go up. It can go
Exactly.
down. It can go down. Like you said, it's hard. It's really hard.
Oof.
And not
I've
every day,
experienced those.
like I said, it's hard to be at 100%. So my goal is to be as close to it as possible. Always. To be
Always
on,
productive.
yes.
Always productive.
Always thinking about it, always making sure I'm on top of something. Yes, there's that 1%. Yes, I'm not gonna lie, there is a 1% where you're supposed to act on emotion sometimes. There's that 1% every now and again. It's rare in a lifetime, but there's some moments.
I feel
Um,
like you can give up all that 1% of emotion to fear, most of it.
yeah,
Like depending
yeah, we
on the
keep a lot of it.
situation, like unless you're like afraid of like love or afraid of this, that, and the third. Like
Yeah,
like
fear is
you
a big one.
yes, like so there's certain instances like, oh, you're afraid to love, work into trying to actually love something. You know what I'm saying? You can
Yeah,
that's a 1% thing where you can actually get over, or
yeah,
try to. But like
it is.
your fears, like, oh, you're afraid to die, you're afraid of
And
snakes, you're
it,
afraid of
it's simple, like you
spiders.
said.
Like
Yeah,
yes, like
yeah,
fear. I will give every credit to fear. Whatever you do during
yeah,
fear, like unless you like go out of fear, oh, you run around and fucking blow up a whole house. Yeah,
yeah,
no, that's a little extreme for me. Just fear yourself outside the house. You know what I'm
yes,
saying? But like fear is an example of the
and
1% you can just act on. Like, oh, you're afraid of this situation. 9 times out of 10, you shouldn't be in it. You're
yes,
afraid. You're afraid something bad's gonna happen. All right, let's leave. You know, 9 times out of 10 in fear situations, that's
Yeah.
that 1% acting on emotion. You should just get the fuck out of there. Don't explore. Don't be there trying to be like, ooh, red flags. Let's cross these bitches. No, motherfucker. No. Like, no. If you're afraid of something, don't try to conquer your fears when you know this doesn't work. Don't go insane. That's the
Yeah.
definition of insanity. Don't do that. Like, that's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
fear itself is one time that 1% you should act on. Act on fear. Only, like, that's what I'm saying. Fear should be a thing you should act on in the instance of, oh, I'm afraid. Let's think this. Let's act on what this fear feels, you know?
Yeah, because that emotion probably is right. It's probably correct.
That's where I'm at.
Like, yo, oh God, fear. So many different emotions, but like me you were talking about earlier, like the lengths me and you have both went and undergone, like to get to where we are today has been like wild. Like
Crazy.
back from high school, me and you are
Crazy.
completely different people, bro. Like we are evolved, completely different people, like than we used to be.
I really do feel like we don't look the same, to be honest with you.
We don't look the same either. Too.
Like, I
look a
had
lot
like a
different
goatee.
than I used to for like when I was growing up. I used to.
Yeah. So you used to also have like, not to say nothing, a thinner face, but now your face is like filled out, like you built it, like it fits your face.
Smaller face.
Yes, yeah, and then you also were like a little bit tinier. Desmond used to be small.
I used to be skinny.
Tiny.
I used to be like this skinny on the arms kind of thing.
Yeah. Desmond used to look like me, y'all. Desmond used to look like me. You see this? Desmond used to look like me.
Because I used to be mad skinny. Yeah, I used to be like 140, a buck 40.
Yeah, see, I wish I'm that now, but like I wish I could gain weight. But like, anyways, but yeah, no, like I don't think anyone could recognize this.
No,
that's where I'm at.
And like the way we talk, the way like we back
you
in the
hold
day,
yourself, the way we change, like grew, the way it moved.
Yeah, you see it. You see. Look at all that, man. Look at all the growth in this, bro. Look at how we can talk now. Look at how we can like sit and like really open about deep stuff. You know what I mean? Like even if it's something funny, even if it's something like it can be anything. It can be aliens. It can be anything we talk about. We can get deep about it. You know what I mean? We can get deep.
We're talking about aliens. No, I'm joking, y'all. Continue.
Yeah. So, but like literally, we're on such a like. I remember like growing up, like especially as a guy, it's hard for your emotions. You know what I mean? It's hard to learn how to deal with your emotions.
That's a whole nother conversation, bro. That in itself.
That's a different one. I'm not gonna go too deep, but just as a baseline, as a guy itself, you know what I mean? It's hard to, because it's. I'm not gonna go too deep on that, but just as a guy, the feelings
aspect. That's another
aspect.
podcast. Oh, 2 weeks from now we talk about men's health. No, I'm
We
joking.
might do a little thing. We might do a little thing. Yeah, because it's just like you already know, it's just hard for like, I guess, guys growing up with their feelings, how to react with stuff, because dudes are raised mostly to be tough. Be tough, and
it's never taught to talk about your emotions. That's the only problem. If you just add in the instance of just talking about emotions like we do now at like 26 years old, bro.
Yes,
like
it'd have been so different.
Do that with your kids. That's what I'm gonna do now with mine. Like do that with your kids. Like that instance is the most important. Just instantly for a man or a dad, talk to your kids just about emotions. I mean, your son. Like any other person, any other younger person as a man, if you know emotions are intact, tell them, like, do not shy away from your emotions. If they can't talk about it, tell them to experience it alone and find somebody they can talk to about it. Like, that should be a thing. Like, I'm 100% honest with you.
Yeah.
Don't fuck what nobody says. It don't matter. Like, talk about your shit. I tell you, if you can't talk to somebody, talk to anybody, talk to somebody you don't know. Don't never tell nobody you know. It's never gonna come back. Get that shit off your chest, dude.
I like
Like,
that. You sit there and said, I like
fuck.
that. I fuck with that.
Like my fiance even taught me write it down, write that shit down, crumble it up, burn it.
Yeah.
It's gone. It's gone. Like do that shit, bro. Talk about your emotions, experience your emotions, live in the moment, all that shit.
Yep. Cause you got to, man. You got to. Cause like we was talking about, like as guys, we're born to be raised tough, so we don't talk about it, and we're born to, I guess, I guess uphold everybody else's problems for like a lot of things. We're born to be fixers, kind of thing. We're trying to be fixers.
Providers,
Provider,
which
providers and fixers.
so
You know what I
I'm
mean?
not gonna no. I'm not gonna hold you. You are correct on we are meant to be a lot of providers. Women are the fixers. I'm sorry. I can't
I for
I
more,
can't
yeah. They're
I can't
more, yeah.
I can't like give the men that option, like even as myself. We just fixed tree houses, my dog.
No, that, with not fixers, I meant like I guess more. What is it? What is it? Irrational problem solving. Even if
Yeah,
we don't have the answer,
yes,
we'll try to make up a way to figure it out in the moment.
yes, yes.
Okay.
We're
So,
we're do it yourself
but
type of
yeah,
people. That's the
we're trying. I
main.
guess we're trying to make a lot of guys are meant to.
But
I
yeah,
guess we're raised to try to be useful.
yeah,
Raised to be useful. Don't get
yeah,
into in a lot of
yeah,
senses too.
yeah.
So like when you, I guess when you go to talk about your emotions,
If
we didn't really get to. I guess we felt like we were trying to need people,
mhm.
and when you feel like you need people, you feel like you're not doing what you're supposed to be. I guess you're not trying to be what you're supposed to be raised to do. So it feels wrong.
You shouldn't ask for help, or you weren't told or taught to
Yeah,
ask for help. So it's
yeah,
like, oh, can you? Or like you'll never know how to ask for help because you're never really shown that help is available.
yeah,
But it is. Help's
yeah,
always available.
yeah,
But like it's like, oh, if you're not taught it, or you're either told, nah, you don't need help, or you got to do this shit because you scrape your knee. All right, throw some dirt on it. Yeah, bro. In some cases, fine. But like in other cases, you gotta talk about your shit, bro. And that's where
yeah,
I lack a lot of my emotional control. It's like you don't talk about your shit. You gotta like even
yeah,
talking about it with yourself, meditating,
yeah.
like whatever you
Even that,
do
like
to
even releasing it, like you said, meditating, releasing it out into the like spiritual realm, into the cosmos, bro. Just visualizing it and just releasing it is like a big stress release, a big unwinding in itself. You know what I mean? Just being able to process, like you said, to process the information, process those emotions, and just put them out there in front of yourself and deal with them. You can hear me? Your headphones died if you're talking. It's all right, play game. It's all
so you
good.
can
His
continue.
headphones died. All right, we got your headphones died for a second. All right, what? I lost my whole track for a second, but anyways, this society today, but by the way, like the way we are, like we need to be able to be open like this now. Like I'm loving like that we learned this at 26. You know, even our age now, we learned this at, even though it could be late to a lot of people, but we learned it when we learned it, and now we're applying it to our lives, and we're trying to make changes to impact our our future, and that's what's important. You know what I mean? That's what's important to how we are, how we keep moving and living, moving forward. You know what I mean? And that's what I like about us. You know what I mean? We always are willing to learn. We're like sponges. We're willing to absorb anything put at us. We don't take anything at face value. We actually process everything we're told, everything we're learning, everything we see. You know what I mean? We're starting to learn how to process. Even if it's like us walking past, you could be walking through the park. Do you actually look around when you walk through the park? Some people don't.
Well, I'll tell you, I only do that because I think people are watching me, and I always feel someone at my shoulders. So I never trusted the parks as a kid, walking through it, especially going to your house, like crossing the park, like that shit. But I'll tell you this: there's
Okay.
two times I remember that I was followed, and I remember it.
You ran.
I
You
ran
ran.
I ran from the bridge all the way up that road we used to like drive up, that I let you drive up my car. I ran from all the way, like I was at the bottom of the bridge path, like by the gate. Ran from there all the way up the street until I called you and was like, yo, meet me outside, like I'm out the door and shit. That shit, no, bro. There's two instances. And then on the way home, there's an instance on the way home, bro. Like I was running up Harlem and that shit happened, bro. Like that shit is not okay for me. I feel that's why I always look around. And sometimes, like I said, that's fear. Now, sometimes I do enjoy that moment. Like
Yeah.
I do enjoy just looking around and
Yeah.
like even though I'm looking to make sure nobody's watching me, I find shit that like I want to look at, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like even in that moment of fear or something I've learned over
You still
fear,
have your own thoughts that you're getting better with.
I don't I
Yep.
just allow myself to live in that moment. And now like learning new skills for
That's
like audio and
deep too
visual
that you
stuff.
like so for that.
Yep. Like even the same thing, like, oh, I'm learning new skills for audio and visual stuff, like at school. And like, oh, sometimes I see bad things in TV that like they do, or like the audio's crap. And I'm like, oh, I would have did this. But I sometimes I watch it and other times I don't. It like
Yeah.
distracts me from actually watching it. Like, you know. But like I do tend to watch a lot of shit like that, you know? And it's enjoyable. I like really do enjoy it. So it's like, what do you have to do? You know, like you have to find those moments, like live in the moment type of shit.
You definitely gotta live in the moment. You definitely gotta live in the moment day by day. Like, and yes, self work, inner work is like the most important thing that I see in life now. Like inner work is because like I don't know how much you believe in this. It's just my personal belief. Like, your body's like more of like just energy. You know what I mean? This body is just temporary. You know what I mean? You're literally just the soul inside your body. You're just using this vessel at this moment. So
Exactly.
I wanna I guess I want to know more about my energy side. I want to know more about that spiritual side about myself. You know what I mean? I want to go deeper. I want to go beyond. But yes, it's going to take a lot of self work to even get to that point. A lot of meditation, a lot of patience, a lot of day
Research
by day
too.
staying
Don't
on.
forget that though. Don't forget like there's stuff you don't know yet
Yep,
that could help you.
yep, yep. There's stuff that I don't even know that I'm gonna find out, or that I'm gonna find out in the future by walking this path. You know what I mean? By walking the path of feeling my energy. So there's a lot of stuff that I'm
Exactly.
just meant for that I'm just gonna keep walking for it. I'm not, in good or bad, I'm not afraid. Good or bad, I'm not afraid. I'm just gonna keep moving. I'm gonna face it. I'm gonna face it. Chest up, head high. So I know I can handle it because I've come this far. You know what I mean? And whatever I see is meant for me to see, like you are. Whatever you see is meant for you to see. But yes, you're going to strive to follow energy, whatever. But you still not going to, veer away from your path because of your fear. You're not going to veer away from it because of your fear.
Exactly. On
Yeah.
that note, I'm thinking we call it today, Plankgang.
Yeah. It's about, yep, we call it on that one. But I'm not gonna lie, it was a nice talk today, playing game. I appreciate everybody for the input today. Like, appreciate each and every one of you because, like I always say,
All
the shit
y'all
wouldn't be possible
listening,
without you guys.
go follow the new page, Double A on Facebook, please. End up following that. I will link the YouTube. Everything's out on YouTube. We'll be out on TikTok. So everybody posting it.
Yeah,
Me and Johnny 2x4. We all out here.
yeah.
Follow,
Johnny two
like,
by four,
enjoy it.
and squad on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all that. Pull up, watch the VODs afterwards. You already know the vibes out here.
We apologize. Some of the video quality is going to change through the couple of weeks. We're going to try to find a good platform to record videos on. We'll let y'all know. We'll let y'all know
Mm.
how it is. We'll be out here. We out. Double A out. Enjoy the night,
Johnny
y'all.
2x4 out. Have a blessed night out here.
Enjoy it. I'll see y'all later.